Okay. All right. Good.
And go on nice and tight. Onto the air ball.
Okay.
Now, move it in on the tread. I push down. Okay, it's about 11 millimeters.
Okay. Just let me You're good.
Seat. Cushion. Back. Seat belt. Not frayed, not torn. Functions as it should.
All right.
Oh, you.
No, I just need to see you chalker.
Parking brake on. I am going to put the transmission in drive, and I am going to try to move the coach, making sure that the parking brake is holding the coach and will not allow any movement. Apply throttle up to about 1200 psi, and as you can see, the coach is not moving. The parking brake is functioning as it should. Came on as it should at 37 and 40 psi. Now I will start the engine and let the pressure build. Ready? Okay. Now let's go to, I'm going to put the bus in drive. I'm going to release the brake. I'm going to go 5 miles an hour. See, and apply the brake, service brake, to see if the bus pulls left or right. Okay, I'm looking to make sure there's nobody coming, no pedestrians, no buses, no motorcycles, no bicycles. Okay, no wheelchairs. And here we go. Did not pull left or right, it remained traveling straight line as it should.
Okay, so we'll back up and I'm gonna go. Good.
Where they should be located. Now, as I'm looking in here, okay, I'm looking at the circuit breakers. do have some fuses on the bus, or on the board here. You can see one right there. There's two over here. Again, we have spare fuses in here, and these fuses are 6 spare fuses. They are part of the 3 emergency items that we need to have on the bus. The other ones are the orange triangles that we already looked at, plus the fire extinguisher inside the motor coach. On the right, these are the mirrors. There is a blind spot mirror at the top, also called a convex mirror, and then the larger rectangular mirror at the bottom. And they are, from what I can see here, clear, clean, not cracked or broken, and appear to be properly mounted, which we will verify when we get to the outside of the bus. This is the passenger monitoring device, a rear looking mirror. It is clean, clear, not cracked or broken, properly mounted. It simply slides right back into the adapter on the top here, just like that. It can be adjusted as needed. Continuing on to the windshield. The windshield is clear, clean, not cracked or broken. Don't see any damage to the windshield. The seal appears to be tight all around the top, along the center post here, divider. Everything looks good. I see an inspection sticker. I see an easy pass. Do not see any illegal stickers on either of these 2 windows. This window as well. It's clear, clean, not cracked or broken. The seal also looks to be in good condition. And all the stickers that are on here, the transponder, the camera for the electronic logging device, that is mounted securely on the windshield. But again, no illegal stickers on the windshield.
This vehicle has emergency window exits in addition to the passenger door. We have 3 on either side, properly labeled as an emergency exit with instructions by the red handle. You pull the red handles up and push the window out for emergency exiting.
And then just continue talking and come this way.
The next emergency exit is again properly labeled as an emergency exit, affixed with 2 red handles which pull up and push out the window for emergency exiting. Again, appropriate instructions by the handles on how to operate. Third emergency exit is a roof latch here to the rear of the coach with a bit of moderate pressure. Each side pushes up on its own, and by activating this knob, the hatch can be pushed up and off, creating a exit.
Okay.
This is the emergency release for emergency exit. There are instructions, pictorial instructions up here, 1 through 4. But if we turn this knob to the right, you will hear the air release. And the air is leaking out now, pressure is decreasing. And when that air release is finished, then I can manually take and push the door open. And now we can get off of the bus. emergency situation. Yep.
As we inspect the seats, we see that the fabric is in good shape, no tears or rips or fraying. This model has seat belts which are activated and do function, and we note that the seat is securely fastened to its frame and the frame to the body of the coach.
This is much better.
Which is mounted in front of the front bumper. We also have the windshield washer fluid here. The tank is nearly filled and it is securely mounted inside to the frame of the motor coach. Opening the electrical arms of the box. Number one, I want to make sure that these seals are in good condition so that no water gets into the electrical connectors. I'm looking to make sure that the seal goes all the way around, and that looks good. I'm looking at the support for the door itself. It's holding it up real good. I'm also looking at this seal right here. Round chamber. It's a secondary seal to keep moisture out of the electrical components. Now, as I'm looking in here, okay, looking at the circuit breakers, we do have some fuses on the bus, or on the board here. You can see one right there. There's two over here. Again, we have spare fuses in here, and these fuses, or 6 spare fuses. They are part of the 3 emergency items that we need to have on the bus. The other ones are the orange triangles that we already looked at, plus the fire extinguisher inside the motor coach. Now, I'm also looking inside here just to see if there are any wires that appear to be burned. Do I see anything hanging down that shouldn't be? I'm just looking to make sure that everything is in order inside here, and everything looks fine. Here's our main switch, which cuts off the electricity to the entire motor coach. And then down below are the batteries. They are mounted on a tray right here. And I'm looking at the electrical connections right in here to make sure there's no corrosion on those positive and negative poles. This battery tray, if I lifted these two cotter pins out, I could pull this tray out. Would you like me to do that?
No, I don't know.
Should we do it for the picture's sake?
I'm sorry, I don't.
You
Yeah,
got
they almost never say it.
Hey, almost. Let me just see if I can pull it a little bit.
That's easier than most.
I hate to touch it. I don't want to get shocked. And yeah, here are the poles. We want to make sure that there's no corrosion on these poles. And if they do, if you need to pull it out, that's the way you would do it. And usually just pulling it out a few inches is all you need to do. And then this slides back in place. Just like that. And these cotter pins go back in to hold it in position. Okay. I am approaching the well, the steering axle. I am listening for any air leaks. I'm also looking for any fluid leaks that we could see inside here on the ground. I'm looking at the power steering control box inside. I really can't see much of that, but I am looking for any fluid, power steering fluid that could be leaking out of that area. I am also looking at the frame. This is the first area that we can see any part of the frame. I am looking at the connector, the what is the tie rod, okay, and the A-frame. And I'm just looking to see if there's any loose screws, any loose castle nuts, anything that is not appears to be not in proper position. And as I continue out, I'm looking at the airline that comes out to the brake chamber. I do not hear any leaks. Everything looks to be in good condition. Also here at the brake chamber, I'm looking at the shock absorber, the suspension, the airbag, which is behind it, and that all looks to be in good condition. That's anything that's loose. Everything appears to be normal. Now, as far as the brake chamber, I cannot see the brake pads or the rotor. That is all monitored electronically on the dashboard of the motor coach. I'm also looking at the tire at this point. The tread depth here must be 4/32, no less than 4/32. I'm also looking at the tire to see if there's any damage to the tire itself. Is it wearing evenly? Okay. There's no damage to the side wall of the tire. Any exposed. I'm also looking at the wheel. There can be no welds on the wheel. I can see no cracks or breaks or damage to the wheel. Also, this is a hub cover here. So if I could see the oil inside here, I would look to make sure that there's no leaks coming out of the center area. I'm also looking here to make sure that there's no rust or metal threads that are hanging down, which would mean a broken lug nut. And I'm making sure that all the lug nut covers are on over the outside of the wheel. Inside the engine, first of all, we want to look on the ground to make sure there's no oil dripping out at the bottom of the motor coach. Okay. And in the fine. I don't see any oil or fluids dripping out the bottom. Okay, starting from the left side is a max line and a minimum line. We want ours to be somewhere in the middle, and this is perfect. As you can see, right there is the coolant level line. This is where you would add coolant if you needed to. Okay, as I go across the engine, I'm looking for any connectors, make sure they're tight. Everything looks good here. I'm also looking at this point for any oil or grease that would be fresh on here. So I'm looking all over this area. I'm also looking at the belts. Okay, 3/4 inch movement. In fact, I don't think they even asked for that, do they? But these are the belts. My oil dipstick is right here, so I can check to see my oil level. If I needed to add oil, that could be done either through this port right here or through this port up on the top over here. And then here is my power steering fluid. Okay, my measuring point for the power steering fluid is this cap right here. I can pull this up and off, and it will tell me what the level of fluid is in the power for the power steering. That is located right here. Okay, there's really not much more you can see here except the framework, and that's about it. In this chamber is where our diff is located. I'm checking to make sure, number one, that there's it's mounted securely. Leaks. And number three, I'm not just looking in general to see anything that could be a problem coming apart inside here. Everything looks good. I don't see anything that's a problem.
Is that locked? They don't lock it. Okay.
Same thing there as what we had on the other side. Here's your unibody frame, your floor. A little bit easier to see. So here is your diesel fuel tank. So I'm looking to make sure that it's mounted securely. Also checking to make sure the cap is sealed. There is an O-ring in here. Helps to seal it. And locks in place. And everything appears to be a good working condition here. The other thing that's in here, Monty, I don't know if you're aware of that, is the sun's hand has to release the door.
Oh, is it?
It won't open.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That releases right there. Okay.
I just slowly going on the wave line. I'll tell them that's for you.
Cargo bay, as we're looking in here, here's a good place for us to see the unibody frame. We're looking at all the welds. We want to make sure that there's no broken welds and that everything appears to be in good working condition. I don't see anything that's come apart here at all. I'm also checking the floor of the motor coach to make sure there are no holes in the floor, no openings, no separations, and that all looks very, very good.
Okay.
Yep. Here's an area too where we look to see if there's any. Well, we'll do that in the voiceover.
Okay.
Damage, bumpers, you notice the spare tire in here. I like to talk about just the rubber
Okay.
and the line for the windshield. windshield washer.
Okay.
Securely fastened here. Good spring tension to the window. And it's fastened here. This connector. That's safe over here. And our line here is properly fastened as it should be. Here's the driver's side mirror. Again, this is the support arm. Here is the shield behind the glass, and it is securely mounted. Here are 4 screws that hold it to the frame of the motor coach, and it is securely fastened to the side of the motor coach.
Now I'm gonna need to do this side again.
Okay, this is the mirror mount. The shield up here is properly mounted and is secure. The arm is secure here, holding the shield, and then the mount down here has 4 screws to the side of the motor coach, and it is securely mounted to the motor coach.
All right. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Here's the mirror arm, frame, mounted properly and securely to the side.
Go.
So checking the handrail on the right side here, making sure all the bolts are tight, handrail is properly securely mounted, no cracks, no broken welds, everything appears to be in good working condition, is very secure.